In today's digital-first environment, success is no longer measured solely by how fast a business can innovate. The bigger question is, can customers trust you? As more transactions move online, cyber criminals are becoming more sophisticated. Scams, phishing attacks, identity theft, and payment fraud continue to threaten businesses of all sizes, from startups and MSMEs to large corporations. This is why today's conversation is both timely and critical. The PCCI Quezon City brings together industry leaders and cybersecurity experts for the Digital Forum on Building Digital Trust, focusing on cybersecurity, scam prevention, and safer digital payments. Because in the digital economy, trust is no longer just a value, it's a business asset. Let's find out how companies can protect their customers, secure their operations, and build confidence in an increasingly connected world.
So digital trust is something that you need to tell your customers, tell your readers, or tell your friends that you can be trusted. You know, yung trust kasi, well, tiwala ng tao. So it's not from you to them, but it's from them to you. So they need to trust you in order to engage with you. Because engagement is really important now, especially in business. Kasi if these people would not trust you, they will not engage with you. And there, the business goes out na. Well, there are data available now, but what we can say definitely is that cyber threat is increasing because hackers and scammers are becoming more sophisticated. So, mas magaling na sila. Well, now, the problem is AI is helping them. While AI can help us with our business, ang naging problema ngayon, cyber criminals can also use AI to improve their attack on us. Kaya dapat hindi kagad magtiwala. You know, before when you see, you believe. Now even if you see, you need to verify first and then you trust. So scams and online fraud, sumasakay lang siya sa technology. As technology progresses, also the scams are progressing, and the scammers and hackers are also upping or powering up their techniques using technology. Yun nga ngayon ang nagiging problema natin is artificial intelligence. Dahil dito, nag-i-improve din yung mga attack nila. And the problem is, yung attack surface nila mas lumalawak. Before, bangko lang natin. Now, including information, including our e-wallets, including our companies, including our systems, pwede na nilang pasukin. At pag napasok na nila to, they can use it against us. For example, information. Information is so important. It's so relevant now that we need to protect it. The two most used attacks by cyber criminals, one is the email compromise. Once your email is compromised, ito yung delikado because in your email, there is your bank account, there is your e-wallet account, and everything that you have. Pati social media accounts mo, nasa email mo. That's one. Pangalawa is social media compromise or social media takeover. One is email, pangalawa, pag yung mga social media mo na take over yun, mawawala na ng tiwala mga tao sa iyo. That's why we need to always use a strong password and activate two-factor authentication to protect our email and our social media accounts. The attackers, you know, the bad guys, are attacking our emotion. Once they attack our emotion, it bypass our logic. Kasi ikaw, wow, pera na to. Because they will tell you that your 300 pesos will become 30,000 pesos in few minutes. Number two, pressure. So pinipressure ka. You need to approve this now or else your bank account will be canceled. Sense of urgency, ito yung ginagawa ng mga scammer. Pero ang solution dito, napakadali lang. Pause. You stop and think. Ang problema kasi dito, sir, pag ikaw na yung nandun, pag pinressure ka na ay masasarado na yung bank account mo, minsan you just click. So kaya ngayon, I'm begging you, yung mga listeners natin, yung mga viewers, to just pause pag meron kayo na-receive na mga ganito, even if it looks legitimate. First, they need to strengthen the people. Dapat may training muna sa mga tao. For example, me, I'm giving free seminars on cybersecurity. So, walang cost. Pangalawa, you can use online resources to train your people. And then you can check kung ano ba yung mga kailangan talaga. So, for example, you need a firewall. You can buy a firewall. Pero the first and most important thing you need to do is train your people, scam awareness, fraud awareness, cybercrime awareness. That will be all, na-solve mo na yung 50% ng problema mo. And of course, you need to secure your servers, you need to secure your websites, and maybe you need to spend something on that one.
I think the theme for this month, GMM, is not just about the business. It's very personal. As we become more digital, di ba? The way that we pay our own personal expenses, the way that we do our business, the way that we communicate, everything is becoming more and more digital. And as what our speaker said, yung tools na ginagamit natin for personal productivity and for business productivity are the same tools being used to scam us. So that's why, katulad ng nabanggit kanina, number one is awareness. That's why everyone's eyes and ears are glued, because awareness is number one. Number two is the willingness to intentionally do something about it. Hindi pwede yung katulad ng sinasabi yung we can be arrogant to say, hindi ako masascam. Any one of us can be a victim. So aside from awareness, it's becoming intentional in putting safeguards, even personal safeguards. Like what was said kanina, do yung multi-factor authentication, changing your passwords or making your passwords more secure, practical tips that we can do on the first layer. And then maybe if our business is more digital or if our business is more complex, putting in the systems already, investing in protection of your firewalls or whatever technology tools that can be used to protect your business. Kasi nandun yung data eh. Data is now the resource that we need to protect. So we're only 6 months out of our 24-month term. And I'm just, parang kasi kanina nga when I saw people interacting, sabi ko my heart is full because what we're creating is a community of people who trust each other. Diba? We want to be able to work with each other. We're happy to be among the community. So that's how we push business. We need to build trust. We need to build conversations. Kasi nakakapag-negosyo ka sa mga taong you trust, diba? Yeah. So that's why we want to build relationships. Number two, we want to be able to support each other's growth. Parang it's not just for my business alone. I want to be able to support other businesses' growth, diba? And then number three, we want to be able to promote community and the ecosystem. Kasi hindi pwedeng itong area lang na itong alam natin. Yung mga bagay hindi natin alam na alam ng iba. When we build the ecosystem and the community, we grow faster together.
Well, it has tremendous development, no? Dati mga simple attacks lang, simple viruses, but now there are a lot of very, very sophisticated attacks, and sad to say, not everybody can cope up with this. So the development also of the technologies are very rapid, and to respond to this kind of sophisticated attacks. Nung time natin, limited pa lang, pero medyo hirap na yung mga tao, especially in the Philippines. But right now, it's becoming more sophisticated. With the advent of AI, it's more difficult. So we really need to have like experts to help us tackling this kind of issues.
Yeah, key takeaway is yung 60% of the SMEs kapag na-hit ng cybersecurity is magfe-fail. Ang pinaka-machinery of our country economically are the SMEs. So dapat very safe tayo. So nag-uusap nga kami nila Attorney Vanny kanina. So maganda yung kukunin nating mga cloud system or mga ERP natin are reputable companies para maging safe talaga from masasamang tao or scammers yung companies natin.
kailangan maging aware lalo yung 50 years old to 70 years old kasi pati yung mismo yung mga website na bank, we don't know if it's legit na. So, when we click that, minsan pag login pa natin, there are links na pag click natin, goes directly to mga online sites na hindi natin gusto. Yun isa sa sana ma-prevent pa natin and good talk din about that topic. Pinaka takeaway pala is dial 1326.
Yes.
So yun, hotline na yun, very important pala in our daily lives. I didn't realize up until now. So yun, be aware, be in tune kung ano yung mga latest trends ng mga scam para ma-remind na natin yung whole organization, uy, may nangyayari ng ganito in order for us to be more careful. Yun sa tingin kong best na magagawa namin.